Hello, my dear. I'm sure that you, as a very wise woman, often attend our seminars and online courses. So you probably know that everything in the world is subject to the influence of the planets. Yes, all the planets are gods for us. That's why they are named after the gods. Mars, Venus, Jupiter. Today we will talk about the planet Neptune. Fear not, the topic of astrology is not as complicated as it may seem, but it is very, very useful. The knowledge in this video will not only help you better manage your destiny, but also, believe it or not, protect you from scammers. I'm serious. Why should we protect ourselves from them at all? Why was it suddenly necessary? The fact is that now our planet Earth is greatly affected by the planet Neptune. And Neptune is a mystical, cunning planet that affects large groups of people. Perhaps you already know this, and we want to warn you that now Neptune affects Earth so much that scams and fraud are flourishing. Anyone can fall into this trap, even the wisest person can become a victim of a scam. Look, go online, and they will offer you franchises or network companies, and you are constantly being asked to invest money here and there. And anything that gets you into debt when you give your money away and they promise you quick returns, quick successes, and huge profits is a lie. Don't believe it. Free cheese is only in a mousetrap. Everyone knows this, but precisely during such aspects, thousands of people fall into this trap. Scam is now so advanced that it is not only network companies, pyramid schemes, franchises, or everything that I've mentioned. No. Recently, some scammers sold one plot of land to 10 different people. Sold it 10 times. Can you imagine? And these 10 owners wouldn't even learn about it until one day one of them came to his plot and saw that a 5-story building had been built there. Like a mushroom after the rain. Can you imagine? Apartment fraud is also widespread. When you buy an apartment, it seems to be a building under construction, and then it is not there. The building is not under construction, and the developers took your deposit and vanished. My dear, fraud is all around us now, and I'm recording this video to warn you. Don't trust anyone. Now, Neptune is affecting Earth so much that thousands of people become victims of fraud. Don't become one of them. Do not invest your money into anything and do not take out loans, debts, or mortgages. All this is an old story. Do not get involved in it under any circumstances. Banks often become such a trap. Don't believe the advertising. Recently, a girl asked a question: what is more profitable? To get a mortgage and pay your mortgage payments on a monthly basis, and in 20 years it'll be all yours, or rent an apartment and pay someone for it. Okay. You think that renting is bad because you are giving money to someone. But something can happen in life, and you may want to move to a different city or country, or you may meet your soulmate in a different country. Or you may lose your job. Maybe it's not your fault, but the company you work for downsized or went bankrupt. Anything can happen, and if you live in a rented apartment, you just leave it. That's it. It is very simple and easy. You can see your family and ask your relatives to help you. But if you get a mortgage for 10 to 20 years, you cannot do this. Yes, you can no longer live in this apartment, but you still have to pay your mortgage payments for an apartment that you no longer live in. You get stressed, you may not even have enough money for food and clothes. And what if you have children? My dear, I do not wish you such a fate, and I warn you. Now, Neptune has such a strong influence on the Earth that everything related to money is at risk. Don't lend money to anyone. To anyone. Because when you lend money, be ready that they will not return it. And not because this is a person who cannot be trusted. Perhaps this is your close relative or even a very good friend. And you know that he is a very honest person, and he will definitely give it back. No, it won't be his fault. Neptune will do this. The most unbelievable situation can happen to your best friend, and the money will never be returned. Therefore, be ready to forget about your money if you lend it, even to the most trusted person. Most likely you won't see it again. Fraud is now flourishing on a huge scale. We are being blackmailed now. I recorded a different video about this, telling you about how we are being blackmailed. They are trying to extort money from us or tarnish our reputation. This is nonsense, but nevertheless it is happening. This is happening in the world we live in. Unfortunately, even among our students, strange dishonest things take place when students or even teachers who have not yet received certificates and completed studying teach others. Can you imagine? We are responsible for the quality of those classes and the knowledge they teach you. We are responsible for this with our heads. And if you come to us, we will be responsible for you. Therefore, the teachers of our community of spiritual people have certificates, which they validate every year. But, look, if a person hasn't completed his or her studies, or if he or she hasn't validated his or her qualifications after a year, he or she has no right to teach our methods. But people still do what is forbidden and we can't stop them. But we want to ask you for help. Just don't take classes with someone who has no right to teach and, moreover, can hurt you or your loved ones. It's better to sign up for online courses with our teachers. To better understand it, imagine a medical school student of the surgical department. Yes, he studied to be a surgeon. He paid money and received a college degree. And even completed 1 year of school. Well, let's say 2 or 3 years. But he did not receive a degree. He read a lot of books, he attended classes, but he hasn't operated on anyone. And then he decided to try. At home, in the kitchen, he opened a medical reference book, selected the page he needed, and began to cut on his kitchen table with a blunt knife. He cut it open, looked at it, and it seemed that he had learned all this. But what to do with it? Do you want to see such a doctor? Are you ready to trust your life to such a dropout surgeon? Or the life of your loved one, your sister, daughter, or mother? Any sane person would not agree to this. But this is the same thing. A person who has not completed his or her studies does energy surgery on you. But our teachers are masters of high-level, high-quality energy surgery, if you'd like to put it this way, and have the right to do so. They really cut you out of your insecurities, resentments, disappointments, and fears, and clear your aura and your energy body. And they implant talents, self-confidence, and various other useful implants in you. Of course, this is a blessing, and this is exactly why so many people attend our seminars, online courses, and individual sessions. People come and bring their friends and acquaintances, because life is really changing for the better. Well, you know it well, I don't have to tell you about it. But if you come to a class with a person who can't do this kind of energy surgery, she declares, well, I studied, I was even a teacher, she says. Don't believe it, friends, please, I really want to protect you. Please don't go to classes with such people, you could get hurt. Your loved ones could get hurt. And then, do you know what you'll do? You will come and say that our methods don't work. I was with a person who teaches by your methods, and it's your fault. I will sue you. Do you understand? My dear, we are not afraid of judgment. It would just be a shame if because of a scammer, you lose faith and lose the chance to really change your life. And we really want to protect you from scam, from losses, from disappointment, and, God forbid, diseases. Please be attentive and watchful. We care about you. We love you very much. We wish you well. May all be well with you. See you.